Yogi, stop it. Go get the ball. Stop it. Wow, Yogi. Who's that, Yogi? Who's that? Who's that? Say hello. Say hello right there. I got right there. Say hello. You a monster truck? Oh, that's scary.
No, that's monster truck.
That's scary.
No, monster truck.
Okay, come sit down here. Come.
No,
You want a monster truck? Okay, sit, calm down. Okay, move. There's a monster truck right there. Monster truck.
Yeah, I want a
Okay, come sit down. Come over here.
monster
Monster truck. That's monster truck. That's monster truck. Oh shit. Let me fix it. Let me fix the monster truck. Let me fix the monster truck. All right. Let's get this going.
It's dangerous. Look at those. What's as big as that shit?
Chapter, let's see who his people are being identified as, and if that means all kinds of people or believers or any madness like that.
Let me first. Before we do that, which clip did I send Meech? No.
I did. Who's yours?
Let me find this clip before. You know that.
2 and 4 to 6. Go ahead.
Matthew 2 and 4. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Shall rule what?
My people
Who?
Israel.
Read it slow.
That shall rule my people Israel.
Israel.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the clip I sent you on Divine Prospect.
Yes, I like it.
This is weird.
Yeah, hey, bro. I think Cap and Elder Mike might be a really good one. I haven't watched all of it. I think I'm maybe an hour through, but it's a pretty lengthy discussion.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm focused on these guys because I'm probably gonna be debating one of these guys soon.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Sakari Dallas, they want to talk next week, and they agreed to come on the plat. So
All right.
I'm gonna invite them on, and it'll be next week, Wednesday, which is your Wednesday night, my Thursday morning.
Okay, I'm trying to find Divine. The clip I sent you, where Divine, the one with Samaria. I hope I clipped that. So I read 8 chapters of Isaiah today. I could have read more, but I got tied up. All in perfect context, so they're gonna be in trouble when they use that.
Well, where were you at the beginning, Isaiah?
Wait 1 second. I'm trying to catch Divine Prospect.
Okay.
Dang.
Israelites or Jews that were scattered. I like it.
Okay, I found it. Yeah, okay, I got it. All right, hold on. All right, so let me send this back to myself. Okay, so what you say last?
It's too early. I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah. What did you read in Isaiah? Which part? Like beginning, middle?
Nah, I just read 8 chapters. That's all. For one, start from 1.
1 through 8. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 1 through 8. Okay. Yeah. So, that's, and if I read 8 chapters in 10 days, that'd be no, that'd be too much. If I read 8 chapters in 8 days,
You'll finish it.
I'd be done with it. So, and of course, I'm noting. So I got it in perfect context. Oh, they're in trouble. And now it's funny because when I came across Isaiah 7, it hits a little different now. Like I think I got a better understanding on all that was going on.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's interesting too? So, you know how in Romans 11, they'll say that the word Gentiles there is speaking about northern Israel because northern Israel was a separate nation from southern Judah.
Yeah.
When you look at the word ethnos, there it's ethnesim.
Yeah.
You look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is plural. So it can't be a singular nation. It has to be talking about actual nations.
Yeah, but believe me, they got nowhere to go. And
you know where they're gonna go though,
brother. Listen, what I'm saying to you. I'm not even gonna tell you. I got a nuclear bomb in the Old Testament.
Oh, I bet.
Okay.
There's so many gems I forgot about. Like when I was first reading, I wasn't reading for Hebrew Israelite apologetics, but I remember seeing a bunch of stuff.
Nuclear bomb in the Old Testament. Bro, and like I said, this is something I wouldn't waste my time on like a regular live telling them. This is Sinetta TV only expose. Like I wouldn't waste my time. because I got enough to kill them. I don't need to like drop something heavy like that on these. I could just kick them and stomp them. I don't got to nuke them. But wait till I can't wait till I bring this out in front of a crowd, man, and explain, because they draw a lot of confusion. I mean, like, this is hands down. Like, they've been misusing a word, but there's a word that they're supposed to be using, right? And that well, there's just a word out there, right? That if this was used instead of what they're trying to use, they would be right. But because it's not there, they cannot be right. And all of what they're saying about the heathen, nation, Gentile, it's a nuclear bomb, man. Okay, so 8 chapters Isaiah. Divine prospect. All right, so let me play him real fast. Let me. I want to make sure. He said train. I love trains. So let me first make sure he said what I think he said. So let me share the video. If it is what I think he said, he's done. So he'll be done. Right along with these guys.
But wait, who is it? Who talking? Divine prospect.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me play it.
Yeah. After this, I gotta go and do some stuff for work. But if you're still on after I'm done, I'll hop back on.
I'm not gonna be long. Cause you know me, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be at 9 o'clock is my deadline. So I think that's 1 hour from now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. About 1 hour from now, I'm done. Okay, so here we go.
I'm just trying to just study y'all's word and piece everything together. The Gentiles thing, that's pretty much my estimation from it. That's pretty much what I got. Like, you pretty much summed it up better than I could. So that's what I got.
Now, if he said what I think he said, then it just shows you just either he's just a full blown liar, or I'm just a better researcher by 100 times. So it's either one. Either he's a liar, or I'm just a better researcher by 100 times. It's one or the other.
I guess their salvation is through us, kind of like the woman. It says like the woman is saved through the man, and the man is through the Mashiach. So I kind of see it like that. Now, as far as I do have some more questions, but I mean I think a later time would be better suited for it because they are a little long. But right now, I think you just gave me enough to go from there and
go get it.
I think that's good enough.
For some reason, the clip is not. The clip ain't clipping, so I gotta go to the. I wonder. He seen my clip. Like, you know what? Go get the ball. Go. He might have seen my clip and was like, you know what? Hell no. All right. So hold on. Let me see if I get to the. What the hell is all this? Why is it highlighting stuff? I'm not trying to highlight nothing. I'm trying to look for a transcript. All right. So did I pass it? I wonder if you could take it off the transcript. I don't see it.
I think you can.
I don't see it. And that be the first. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's highlighting. Like I don't know how. I'm using my finger on an iPad. I'm not even I'm trying to scroll up and down that. I'm not even trying to highlight anything. Here we go. Get the ball.
Maybe use 2 fingers.
324. Now it was highlighted. Believe me. I know how to highlight. Okay, I'm not highlighting. I'm scrolling my finger just up and down like I am right now. See red up and down. It's not highlighting. That's all I'm doing. So last time was highlighting. I'm not trying to highlight anything. So it's
I thought
now,
you were saying it wasn't working.
I'm not using my finger. It was highlighting stuff. It should not be highlighting anything. Oh, shit. Come on. 3-hour video. I'm coming to the first hour. know what? If I press play, it should bring me.
I appreciate it.
It's
Yeah, no problem,
there.
brother.
Americans, probably.
And just so you know, I'm not here to convince you, to persuade you, to convert you. I'm simply here to have a conversation.
All right, so this is
some scriptures,
324.
my perspective, and at the end of the day, this walk is between you and Yah.
Yeah, we
Not
can't
my
go on the other one
responsibility.
because ETC.
You may enter into the sworn
All right, okay, I got it.
of
Say that again?
Israel.
What am I gonna do? It's probably, it might be a Japanese
This-
person. I don't know.
Over here somewhere. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got it. Here we are. Easy.
What is going on?
All the tribes, and then I said, who are the Gentiles? And then you said, oh, well, you know, and I'm like, okay, so no problem, right?
Well, because I mean, I'm honestly, I'm genuinely confused on that. To be
There with them, or all of them,
You did it.
northern tribes, maybe there's southern tribes that were lost. We have accounts of that, right? They were exiled, all of them didn't come back. Matter of fact, some of them stayed back in Babylon when Jeremiah was telling them that they have to go back into the land, and that there was a beckoning call for them, for the prophets after the post-exilic period, for them to come back into the land, but they were growing too fat, and they did not want to return. So some of them stayed in Babylon, but some of them were scattered in other places as well, not just Babylon, right? Some went to Egypt, that we see during Jeremiah's time, and the Most High told them not to go to Egypt, and they tried to go to Egypt anyway. So they were scattered all over the place, right? So here, in regards to salvation, which I think is the premise that you're getting at, right?
Of course.
Gentiles will be saved. Will a Gentile nation be saved? Of course not. Will individuals from a Gentile nation who cleave unto Israel receive salvation, where they're not going to suffer the upcoming wrath that's going to happen to their nation? Yes, because those Gentiles inside the kingdom will be serving Israel.
Right.
They can't serve Israel
Right.
if they're not cleaved unto Israel.
And
Because
so
then
how?
you got to ask, what does the selection process look like?
Yeah.
How
Well,
does
yeah. Like,
that they're talking
I
about?
mean, if you're saying Jews amongst the Gentiles, that would be a different. You're probably talking about like either like the strangers or some type of
Okay.
whatever nation that dwelled with Israel, right? So like, I mean, that's kind of like what my ultimate question is. So you're saying that there's, because of like the strangers or the other nations, essentially, they can become quote unquote Jews, essentially.
At this time, there were conversions that occurred, right?
Right.
Are
So
conversions sanctioned by Torah by means of circumcision and going through a bunch of rites that you get in like modern day Judaism? No, that's not sanctioned in the written Torah.
But you're saying like those were not like anybody from the 12 tribes who just didn't know who they were. You're saying those
Right.
are
So
outside the
if
12
Paul,
tribes?
yeah, so it says, and they have been told about you that you teach all the Jews. Now, when it says all the Jews,
Okay,
is
here
this
we
referring
go.
to the northern tribes or just to something called replacement theology?
Regrafted in with the Israelites, quote unquote, or what I thought.
Oh, yeah, that's what we call replacement theology, as you so eloquently explained, right?
Right.
So,
So like my ultimate question is like, what is your exegesis prophecy like to the T? And we are gonna try to like check them, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
I meet you there.
Yeah. TV box. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, bro?
All right. Let me know when you got a minute so I can play this back for you.
Okay. Yeah. Play it back. I'm paying attention.
All right.
Right, but I mean like kicked out of the, as far as like the regrafting in process.
He's talking about Romans 11.
Yeah.
Like meaning like if you don't believe that they're going to be regrafted in, who do you believe is going to be regrafted?
No. So they are going to be regrafted in.
Right.
So the divine
exiled, right?
got a better understanding than most of the One West, but I'm still just shocked that he even holds this weird resistant position. You know, the Most High be saying like, "Why you resist me?" You know, that type of stuff. Like he's resistant. Like, and actually talk about you resist the Holy Spirit. Like he's holding on. I don't know if it's just attractive, but I thought he was better than that to hold on to some of these weird doctrines. You know, and here he is. So he understands the Gentiles can be grafted in. Now, I'm not sure to what degree. I'm not sure if he believes that they're going to be slaves or it's going to be hierarchy or classism. You know, I don't know. But that's why
I mean, he has to. Otherwise, if he believes Gentiles can be saved and that, you know, Gentiles aren't going to be slaves, he wouldn't technically be a Hebrew Israelite. That's like the core doctrine that they have.
Nah, they're different. Nah, so and that's why I always say One West. Like there's many different Hebrew Israelites, and don't forget you got Torah only. So you got Sunni Torah, and you got Messianic Hebrew Israelites that do not believe it at all. Like they believe what it says in Isaiah and other places where it says that the Israelites were supposed to guide the nations and teach the nations about the one God of Israel. Right? That was Israel's duty, to teach other nations how to worship and revere the Most High. So you got Hebrews like black ones who believe that they are here predestined to teach the Gentiles, of course, non-black, the ways of the Most High. Like so some teach that. Okay, so anyway, so he asked. So here it is. So divine, I'm gonna call in the show. Like one day, you know, when I'm available and he has a call in, I'm gonna call and ask all these questions. I'm gonna write them down because instead of speculating, I'm just gonna find out from the horse's mouth. Like, hey, what's your position on Gentiles? And I'm gonna ask him, is there some hierarchies? Are you going to slavery? And to get it from the horse's mouth.
All of them were not exiled.
Well, I know that. I knew that from the beginning. I knew that, but I was saying that like,
okay,
all right, so here it comes.
In the New Testament, like the Mashiach has to come back for the lost sheep.
Okay.
And Romans, it kind of is talking about, you know, the regrafting in process, and what I was told from just coming from the church was that anybody who's not an Israelite is going to be regrafted in with the Israelites, quote unquote.
All right, so you hear that part? He said anybody who's not an Israelite will be grafted in. He said he got that from the church. That's the church doctrine, and it is.
Right.
Well, it may be some Israelites that doing wicked might be same thing.
You know what I thought?
Yeah,
that's what we call replacement theology.
Oh shit, I ain't into that.
So
you're
how's it replacement?
Right.
So, yeah, like that don't make no sense. How it's replacement theology? If he's not saying that the Gentiles replace Israel, he's saying they're with Israel.
Yeah, right. It's called inclusive theology, not replacement.
Right.
So watch this.
So like my ultimate question is like, what is your exegesis on that as far as like what's the New Testament, the New Covenant? What does that actually mean?
Yeah, so it has to do with the regathering. Yeshua, Yahushua, Jesus says that he has another flock not of this fold, and that he has to regather that flock so that the two may become one fold, right? Mm-hmm. So that lost flock, that lost sheep, is to the house of.
You pause it?
Oh.
I knew he cut out. I knew it. That's funny.
I already know I'm gonna be getting a connection. I already see how this gonna play out. This connection ain't gonna hold. All right, so let me just play Divine Prophet part and I'm out of here. And then when I go home, I can do this. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna lay down with this guy. Let me see. I'm gonna fall asleep with this guy and be knocked out. I was hoping to be live now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. All right, so let me just make sure I'm live. This is annoying.
Daddy,
Yeah. Where's the mosquito? Where'd it go? I get go away, mosquito. You got it. Thank you. Take a mosquito, go away. Go away, mosquito. Go away. Oh, boy. This is wild. Oh, really? This is very annoying.
Hey, Dad, I want to see
Go.
Never. Did I do never?
Nice. What are we doing? Okay. All right. So I guess that's not going to work. So let me try this. Let's try this. This is wild. This is wild. Give me a second.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I
see. I see you. All right. All right, so we ready. We ready. Oh boy.
That they can continue to bring that gospel message to Israelites or Jews that were scattered, right? So I'm gonna jump over here so you can see. I'm going to Acts chapter 11. First of all, let's go to
Are we going into Cornelius?
Okay, I got it.
No. Teach the gospel to the Gentiles, which you're saying.
All right. All right. So I'm just going to
Great Commission, right? That you hear in church. And people think, oh, that means they're going out to the Gentiles to teach the gospel to the Gentiles, which you're saying in the New Testament is the northern tribes. And I'm saying all of them are not the northern tribes. Some of them are ethnic Gentiles outside of Israel, and some of them are some of the northern tribes that came in scattered. And not just northern tribes, they were southern tribesmen that were scattered as well.
Yeah, which I'm aware of. What I'm saying is that so we do agree on that essentially, then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. Okay.
So Acts chapter 11, watch this.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah, I passed. Here we go.
You know that they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
I got it.
Some of them were.
Shechem,
Make it clear.
which is in that they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed back.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
That they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people in Shechem, which is meaning, like, if you. And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
Right, but I mean, kicked out of the, as far as like the regrafting in process. So like meaning, like, if you don't believe that they're going to be regrafted in, who do you believe is going to be regrafted?
No. So they are going to be regrafted in.
Right.
Ones who have been exiled, right?
Right.
But what I'm trying to show you is that all of them were not exiled.
Well, I know that. I knew that from the beginning. I knew that, but I was saying that, like,
okay, got it.
In the New Testament, like, the Mashiach has to come back for the lost sheep.
Okay.
And in Romans, it kind of talking about, the regrafting in process, and what I was told just coming from the church was that anybody who's not an Israelite is going to be regrafted in with the Israelites.
Okay.
Look at shit, and the whole thing just disappears.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
The whole thing just disappeared.
That they weren't
wow,
a people.
man.
Things like
The whole thing just disappeared.
does say that it's away from the fact that that talking about the people in Shechem, which is in Samaria.
Okay.
And so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
Right, but
Look at this shit. Why the
kicked
fuck
out
did he
because it does say
disappear, man?
that prophecy. I knew that from the fact that that they're not, that they weren't a people, and they're talking about.
Listen,
I don't think it
disappears
takes away.
again. That's just some fucking bullshit.
Right.
But what I'm
It's
trying
pissing
to
me off, man. Look again.
When I see like certain like
To this, what
things like this,
that?
because I don't follow
out, right?
I don't think it takes away not that they weren't a people, and they're talking about the people, and
Yo, what?
that's just what kind of what I see.
Why can't I clip
When I see
it?
like
Devon,
certain
doing something right now.
are gonna try
I can't clip it. Look,
things like this, because I don't.
that is
The prophecy.
wow.
That's just gonna be. I knew that prophecy. That's just what I kind of put in Shechem. I mean, kicked out of the, as far as like the regrafting in process. So like meaning if you don't believe that they're gonna be regrafted in, who do you who do you believe is grafted in? Who do you, which is in Samaria. And so Ephraim was kicked out. So Ephraim was kicked out, correct? Right, but I mean so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
Right, but
Okay.
I mean so Ephraim was kicked out, correct?
That's what I want right there.
Some of
I got it. I got it. Oh, what the fuck that was? Shit just kept disappearing. All right. Nice. I got that part. So now let me get there's two parts, because he's gonna source up. Let me share again. I'm pretty much gonna call it done there. I was gonna end at 9, but since the internet is already tripping. All right. Tripping again. I just Yeah, I do not know what's going on right now. The internet's been just crazy. I'm trying to get to the last one more part. I'm good. It's one more part, and it's like not letting me get. Just like maybe 5 minutes. That's it. Just one more clip. I'll try this again when I head out of here. It's crazy. You're gonna do all this for this bullshit, man.
From the fact that Ephraim was kicked out, because it does say that you know that they weren't.
He said somewhere.
When they're talking about the people
in
in Shechem, as far as like the regrafting in process. So like meaning like if you don't believe that they're going to be regrafted in, who do you believe is going to be regrafted?
No. So they are going to be regrafted in,
right?
The ones who have been exiled, right? But what I'm trying to show you is that all of them were not exiled.
Well, I know that. I knew that from the beginning. I knew that, but I was saying that like,
okay, got it.
In the New Testament, like the Mashiach has to come back for the lost sheep.
Okay.
And Romans, it kind of is talking about the regrafting in process, and
I'm gonna get him.
What I was told from just coming from the church was that anybody who's not an Israelite is going to be regrafted in with the Israelites, quote unquote, or what I thought.
That's what we call replacement theology, as you so eloquently explained, right?
Right.
So,
and I'm gonna get him.
So like my ultimate question is like, what is your exegesis on that as far as like, the New Testament, the New Covenant? What does that actually mean?
Yeah, so it has to do with the regathering. Yeshua, Yahushua, Jesus says that he has another flock come out of this fold, and that he has to regather that flock so that the two may become one fold, right? So that lost flock, that lost sheep, is to the house of Israel that has been scattered and who is unaware of the arrival of the Mashiach, right? So he sends his disciples to go and bring the gospel to those entities, and that's why they were in the land of Israel. After he died, he commissioned them to go into all nations so that they can continue to bring that gospel message to Israelites or Jews that were scattered, right? So I'm gonna jump over here so you can see. I'm going to Acts chapter 11. First of all, let's go to Are
we going into Cornelius?
No, I'm not gonna go to Cornelius. No, not yet. Let's go to Matthew chapter 28. Right? In verse 18. And Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Verse 19. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. He gave them the Great Commission, right? That you hear in church. And people think, oh, that means they're going out to the Gentiles to teach the gospel to the Gentiles, which you're saying in the New Testament is the northern tribes. And I'm saying that all of them are not the northern tribes. Some of them are ethnic Gentiles outside of Israel, and some of them are some of the northern tribes that have been scattered. And not just northern tribes, they were southern tribesmen that were scattered as well.
Yeah, which I'm aware of. But what I'm saying is that so we do agree on that essentially then, right? Which is great. Okay.
So Acts chapter 11, watch this. What happens in Judea when they begin to get persecuted? They scatter, and who do they go to? Because remember, Jesus told them to go to all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, right? And he says, teaching them all that I have taught you to observe, right? So if they're supposed to go to Gentiles with that information, then how come they don't do that when they are scattered?
All right. I had to pass.
And they are exiled. So let's read, right? So Acts chapter 11, verse. and Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the people of Israel. And they took possession of Samaria and lived in its cities. And at the beginning of the dwelling there, they did not fear the Lord. Therefore, the Lord sent settled in this area. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting. There's still Northern Tribe Israelites there.
Hold on, I'm here.
Even after this, we're going to get into that in a second. But it says, so if Ephraim is where Samaria is at, right? So we see other nations being settled in this area. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting. There's still Northern Tribe Israelites there.
Wow.
Even after this, we're going to get into that in a second. But it says the lions amongst them, they were killing the people, right? They don't know the law. Then the king of Assyria commanded, send there one of their priests whom you carried away from there, and let him go and dwell there and teach them the law of the land. So one of the priests whom they had carried away from Samaria came and lived in Bethel and taught them how they should fear the Lord. But every nation still made gods of its own and put them in the shrines of the high places that the Samaritans had made, every nation in the cities in which they lived. The men of Babylon made Succoth Benoth, the men of Cuth made Nergal, the men of Hamath made Ashima, and the Aviites made Nibhaz and Tartak. And the Sepharites burned their children in the fire to Adramelech and Anamelech, the gods of the Sepharvaim. They also feared the Lord and appointed from among themselves all sorts of people as priests of the high places, who sacrificed for them in the shrines of the high places. So they feared the Lord, but also served their own gods. After the secretary of the house of the Lord go up to Hilkiah, the high priest, and he may count the money that's been brought into the house of the Lord, which the keepers of the threshold have collected from the people, and let it be given into the hand of the workmen who have the oversight of the house of the Lord, and let them give it to the workmen who are at the house of the Lord repairing the house, and let them use it in battle, etc., etc. Matter of fact, I think I went too far back. I'm sorry. Let me go.
It's okay.
You gotta find it.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. It's 2 Chronicles, chapter 35.
I knew we were gonna get there. I mean, Kings is important as well, but I knew we were gonna get there.
Yeah, you could have helped me if you knew I was looking for it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's go to 2 Chronicles.
Because I mean, ultimately, if you want to speed along, ultimately, my question is because the two sticks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have to. I mean, do you think the two sticks have to do with this? Because what would be because ultimately.
2 Chronicles chapter 30 says Hezekiah, not Josiah, in regards to keeping the ecumenical Passover. I should have looked in the chat because sometimes
I believe I got it.
Where it says that they this is in Chronicles now. This is what I wanted. Okay. I should have looked in the chat because sometimes the 30 says Hezekiah, not Josiah, in regards to keeping the ecumenical Passover, right after the exile. Okay. All right. So we're going to chapter 1. I saw that verse 13. This is second. Let me see what chapter 1. I saw that verse 13. This is 2 Chronicles. All right. So we're going to let me see what chapter 1. I saw that verse 13. This is 2 Chronicles 30, verse 13. This is it. And many people came together in Jerusalem to keep the feast of unleavened bread in the second month of every great assembly. They set to work and removed the altars that were in Jerusalem, and all the altars for burning incense they took away and threw into the brook Kidron. And they slaughtered the Passover lamb on the 14th day of the second month. And the priests and the Levites were ashamed, so that they consecrated themselves and brought burnt offerings into the house of the Lord. You see where it says that they slaughtered the Passover lamb 14th day of the second month? This is not Aviv. This is the second month of Ziv that they're doing this. Okay. Why are they doing this? They're doing this because the lamb was unclean in the first month. And you cannot keep the Passover if you're unclean. Right. Yeah. Verse 16, they took their accustomed posts according to the law of Moses, the man of God. The priest threw the blood.
I ran out of space. It took so damn long. It took so long that I gotta.
No, this is in Chronicles now. This is what I wanted. Okay, I should look in the chat because you know. I keep the Passover if you're unclean.
Fuck, man, I didn't even press the thing.
Verse 16, they took their custom post. I keep the Passover if you're unclean. Month,
it goes to the beginning. Yeah,
consecrate themselves and brought burnt offerings into the house of the
this
Lord.
fucking iPad,
You see
man.
where it says that?
What the fuck just happened? You guys watching? I didn't even touch anything. Fucking iPad, man.
Now, what's very
Slam this shit.
they are going to be regrafted in,
Right.
Ones who have been exiled, right? But what I'm trying to show you is that all of them were not exiled.
Well, I know that. I knew that already. I knew that. But I was saying that, like,
okay, got it.
In the New Testament, like, the Mashiach has to come back for the Shechem, which is in Samaria. And so Ephraim was kicked out.
I don't even know.
Some of them were, but a lot of them stayed behind.
Okay. Here we are.
Right, but I mean, like kicked out of as far as like the regrafting in process.
They're doing this because the land was unclean in the first month. They're doing this because
I can only see it on my
the second month of Ziv that they're doing this. Okay. Why are they doing this? They're doing this because why are they doing this? They're doing this because the land was unclean in the first month. And you cannot keep the Passover if you're unclean. Right. Yeah. Verse 16, they took their accustomed posts according to the law of Moses, the man of God. The priests threw the blood that they received from the land, from the hand of the Levites, for there were many in the assembly who had not consecrated themselves. Therefore, the Levites had to slaughter the Passover lamb for everyone who was not clean to consecrate it for the Lord. Watch this, verse 18. This is after the Assyrians took the northern tribes into captivity. For a majority of the people, you see that? Mm-hmm. For a majority of the people, many of them was from where? What does it say they're from, brother?
Well, if you scroll down a little bit, I can.
Oh, it's not showing. Captivity. For a majority of the after the Assyrians, everyone who was not clean to consecrate it for the Lord. Watch this, verse 18. This is after the Assyrians took northern tribes into captivity. For a majority of the people, you see that? Mm-hmm. For a majority of the people, many of them was from where? What does it say they're from, brother?
Well, if you scroll down a little bit, I can.
Oh, it's not showing?
No. I'm looking at. I can only see it on my TV now. I'm using my Xbox.
Oh, what verse do you see?
It's up to the plane of. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm not even showing it. My bad. Hold on.
Okay.
That's why you can't see.
Yeah, man, I don't see it.
Hold on. I got you. Here we go. 2 Chronicles chapter 30. All right. Read verse 18, brother. Let me know if you can see it. You should be able to see it now.
God.
Everyone who was not clean to consecrate.
There you go. Right back to bed. I got it.
Read verse 18, brother. Read verse. Oh, but that's why you can't see. I got you. Read verse 18, brother. Let me know if you can see it. You should be able to see it now.
Not yet. I can read it on my phone if you like. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I'll read it. For a majority of the people, many of them from Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, and Zebulun had not cleansed themselves, yet they ate the Passover otherwise than as prescribed. So out of the majority of the people were Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, and Zebulun. They're still in the land. Why are they still in the land if they were just taken into captivity to be dispersed amongst all nations and to fulfill that prophecy you read in Genesis 48? Yet they're still here in the land.
Right. I see.
But I'm saying, yeah, but I'm saying why? Why are they still in the land? I'm saying this if you had to think about it, why are they still in the land?
Yes, that's it right there. Yeah, the Brian prophet ain't fucking. Ain't fucking. That was a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Hopefully, I'm best reading this. Right? For his sake. Look at this. It disappears again, yo. This is amazing. It just disappears. You seen it? It disappears.
Read verse 18, brother.
Daddy.
Yes. Yeah, you ready to go bye-bye?
Yes. Yes, bye-bye.
Okay, sit down. Look, I got it where I wanted it.
Read verse 18, brother. Let me know if you can see it. You should be able to see it.
I know it's got a lot to do with the internet.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm saying 48. Good. I'm saying why? Why are they still 48? Good. Yet they're still here in the 48. Good. Yet they're still here in the land.
Right at the beginning.
Right, I see.
Yes. No ice cream. No more. Yeah, I just cannot get this shit right here. And I know this internet has played a lot of part. Yeah. No. It's garbage. No. No more. No. No. I said no. Right here. Yeah, I'm gonna quit this later. I'm out of here. This guy. I'm not gonna forget it. Oh, God.